What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I got a follow-up on a story I did yesterday that's making big news out there in one of my favorite places, Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out Memphis. Damn. It's Friday. You know we got to do a Memphis story. But the story I'm talking about is supposedly, according to reports, police responded to a 911 call in which they found two women dead, and upon a second visit back to the house, they supposedly found the second woman out of the two dead partially dismembered. And as crazy as that sounds, more information has come out and the story was halfway wrong, but it don't make it no more righter. Anyway, listen. Enter this guy right here. This is Arsenio Davis. He lived in that house. And this dude right here is a madman. I'm going to play the original story for you. And then I'm going to follow it up with new information of what actually happened in the house. This is crazy. Look.
Tonight, the Memphis Safe Task Force is investigating a horrific crime scene that had them combing for evidence for more than 12 hours. Two people are dead, including one person who was partially dismembered, and two officers are also hurt. It all unfolded on Helsley Street in Nutbush in the middle of the night. ABC 24's Shakina Davis walks us through what investigators say happened.
Police took down the crime scene tape on Helsley Street in just the past hour. Neighbors told me they've warned police about issues at the home where it all happened. Family members arrived throughout the day on Helsley Street in Nutbush Wednesday. They did not want to talk, but their grief was evident from behind the crime tape as they processed the news. According to the Memphis Police Department, officers first responded around 1:30 a.m. when a Tennessee Highway Patrol unit flagged them down to respond to a shooting. When officers arrived at the 1600 block of Helsley Street, they say they found a woman dead. Neighbors say this was a long time coming and says that particular home was trouble. They say they've been calling the police about for a while. As officers worked the scene, they say a dog bit one officer, sending the officer to the hospital in non-critical condition. Then MPD says a woman crossed the crime scene tape and hit another officer. They immediately took her into custody. As the investigation continued, homicide investigators say they identified a male relative as a suspect and arrested him at the scene. Later that morning, officers say they returned to the home and found a second person's body partially dismembered. This remains an active investigation. Memphis police have not released the names of the victims or suspects. We'll bring you more information as it becomes available. In Memphis, I'm Shakina Davis, ABC 24 News.
I'm April Thompson. Investigators say Arsenio Davis shot and killed his own mother and dismembered a second victim who they still haven't identified. As WRAG's Raven Copeland reports, this is far from his first run-in with the law.
Wednesday, crime scene tape and blue lights could be seen in this Nutbush neighborhood as police pieced together a deadly shooting. When investigators arrived at a home in the 1600 block of Helsley Road, they identified Betty Pratt as the victim and determined that her son, Arsenio Davis, was the suspect. A woman told police that before she ran away, Davis had a gun pointed to his mother's back. Moments later, she heard two gunshots. Another woman who had been at the home before told police Davis was usually armed with two Glock pistols. When officers later returned to the home to make an arrest, they noticed Davis was wearing bloody gloves and had blood on his face. Investigators then searched the home and made a shocking discovery: a partially dismembered man on the kitchen floor. Davis is now charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. WREG dug into his criminal history and found out that in March of 2010, he was convicted of cocaine possession and sentenced to 3 years. Following his release, Davis was charged with several other crimes, including reckless endangerment and aggravated assault. Reporting for your news leader from Nutbush, Raven Copeland, WREG News Channel 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, life as we know it in America is changing right before your eyes for the absolute worst. I think it's time that I'm going to start a GoFundMe to build an ark and take as many good people as I can with me. I might put it up today. Build Stock Market Steve an ark and just have me sitting up there with a rod and staff looking crazy at a crime scene. This guy's 30-something, 40-something years old. I can't remember what they said his age was. But he know better than to point a gun at his own damn mom. But then again, when you house terrorists that has a history of violence, this type of shit happened. Said a man was chopped up, partially. Mom was shot in the back. Somebody was there. They ran out of there when they seen the bullshit going down. Called police. You know what I'm saying? Heard him put two in his own mother. That's why you don't let grown-ups live with you. For the most part, if they ain't got their life together or they walking in circles. Because a lot of times they create a whirlpool and the liquid of sin and shit that they produce, and it drags you right down the drain with them. Boom. You think about that shit. I wouldn't be surprised if the man that was killed is his step-pop or his father. It's like nowadays everybody bites the hand that feeds them, and they don't think about if they hurt this hand that's feeding them, how are they going to get their sustenance? But then again, you should be feeding yourself. Either way, man, this is crazy. Somebody escaped death, called, police go over there, then they come back, said he come back again. Motherfucker got bloody gloves on and blood on his face. He answered the door with the police like that. Motherfuckers like, this ain't got nothing to lose. This is a walking horror flick. You seen it played out. You never know what's going on. They said it was a problem house. Said police was called over there a lot. One lady in another video I did, old lady talking off camera, was like, yeah, it's a lot of killing going on around here and stuff like this. It's ridiculous. It's like almost every day somebody's dying. And there are places in America that are like that, people. They are. These motherfuckers don't care about who they hurt. They throw these tantrums. All because somebody wronged them when the real victim, or the one that was wronged, rather, or failed them, is themselves. You know, anybody can fall on hard times. Anybody can go to jail. But if you rebound from that, you know what I'm saying, and you move forward, that's the greatest gift you can give yourself. Not to repeat history, especially in a negative way. Who knows what made this guy snap and do that? Hell, mental illness might come up. That word, mental illness, I'm more than sure they're going to get him a psychological evaluation, because what he did is not what normal people do. But then again, in America now, uncommonality is commonality. It's like everything's the opposite. Up is down, down is up. No accountability. People will lie right in your face or lie on you. Get you sent to jail. All because they don't like you. Just the way we treat each other out here is crazy. This guy shot his own mom. I don't give a fuck what it's about. That in itself is inexcusable. Especially when you was offered a place to stay. But then again, people that live in chaos, a lot of times in their own head, projected outwards. And all other people that are around this person, when they explode, become casualties of war in somebody else's head. Sickening. Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. This guy got so angry that he shot his mom and then dismembered a man that was in the house. I have never in my life been that enraged from people that I call family. How about you? And if I ever did get in a position like that, I have enough wherewithal to say, you know what? Maybe I don't need to be around these people. Maybe I need to just leave before I do something I regret. But can't shame shameless people. And most people have no regret. Especially when they're on the speeding train to nowhere. See you in the next video. Take care.